The reason that there is the crabs in the bucket mentality is because nobody wants to see anybody doing better than them. Nobody. Well, no, nobody. I'm just not me. But a lot of people don't want to see people win. And then if they do see you winning, they want a piece of the winning pot by any means necessary, regardless if they have to lie, steal, cheat, make up, hurt you. It doesn't matter. Like, we come from a city of like, we got to get it. You get what I'm saying? And I think just recently, this is just my opinion, the way that the industry has been moving, Chicago was on fire 2012. And I'm proud to say I was a part of that. I was the manager that managed like a drill artist. You know what I'm saying? With Dirk. I was coming up with some amazing managers that were doing their thing at the time. And come 2015, 2016, when it kind of slowed down, you just started hearing more about grimy shit. You get what I'm saying? And just how, like, even with myself, about like the certain stuff I was hearing about myself and the things that people were saying that I was doing and just how I was moving. And it was like, if I've done everything that people say that I've done, then why do I keep getting blessed year after year after year? It's like that stair-step mentality. Like I'm supposed to be just doing nothing then, if that's the case. And I feel like my whole career has been up, 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 up. And I've been able to be blessed to network with some people that I never in life ever thought that I would have met. When Clubhouse popped off, I was one of the moderators that was in the music executive room, and I'm meeting Jimmy Jam. I'm talking to people that I never, ever even thought that I would ever have a relationship with, or have a conversation with, or for them to even know my name. And when you come home, though, it's like everybody wants to make sure that they're the top person. They're the most important person. And for me, like, I'll come in a room and won't even say my name. I won't even, you know what I mean? I'll sit in the back and not speak, but my presence will speak. So it'll make people feel like it's arrogance there, but it's like really like a mechanism to just like keep myself to myself. Because this business will make you not trust anybody, unfortunately. And it's sad because I look at people that have been in this industry for so many years and the friendships and stuff that they actually have. But to hear their horror stories too, that they're not the only, like New York is another city that has been through some shit. Miami's another city that has been through some shit. So, I don't know. I just think that my success came off of my network, not being scared to be a woman, not being scared to go up against a man at all, believing in my clients of what they wanted to do versus what others thought they should do. I was the one that was like, no, we're going to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And we're going to make them fuck with you just off of what you did. Let me handle the conversations. Let me handle the negotiations. Let me handle that. And so I was proficient in that. Another key to my success is I have a stair-step strategy that I worked out with every client that I had, just on how you lay your music out, what you come up with. But I also work very, very fast. Very fast. I don't like being stagnant. I'm a teacher of the game in terms of there's always another you coming up. So if you slow and you like pussyfooting around and you acting like you really don't want to drop music right now, it's always somebody that's watching you. And so that's the same thing with a manager though. If you're a hot manager, somebody's watching you. They also watching your clients. You know what I'm saying? They also want to know like how they can get in to get in a conversation, to see like what a manager is not doing and all, you know, just a whole bunch of other stuff. But one of my most successful keys is that I know what I'm doing. I know how to get an artist seen. And so what I tell people all the time when they start working with me is like, I cannot make you famous, but I can get you heard. And I'm proud of that. People have seen artists of mine that I actually touched become this amazing plethora of just music in general, all over the world. I feel like when you get into this music business, if you don't have your business in order, it's very easy for a company or for a person to come take advantage of you. And I think over the years, you have to understand that they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. It's for you to educate yourself, So all of the mistakes that you might feel like you're making in your career is for a reason. Like, just go back and correct the mistakes and correct just different things. But you got to stay teachable. You have to stay teachable in this shit, because if you don't, you will never learn. And if you feel like you know everything, and that's a lot of the problems that artists have, they feel like they know everything, and these people are out here to get you. All they see is a dollar sign. They just see a dollar. You get what I'm saying? You'll have some people that really care about you, and they want you to win, and they want you to prosper. But in this game, if you get got, they did what they were supposed to do, you know, and I've gotten got before. And so I learned from it quickly. And that's why I started my label, literally. And that's a proud accomplishment for a Black woman too. You know what I mean? And then right after I started my label, I got a client, and then we got signed to a major. So that right there taught me real quick. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I went through that shit, but then here's a situation where I learned from it. So I did what I needed to do to make sure that I did, you know, what I could. And I learned from, like, having attorneys and going through different attorneys, having bad attorneys, having good attorneys, having no business manager to having an amazing business manager, to having a team, to having nobody and feeling like I could do everything, understanding that it's okay for me to relinquish shit because I can't do everything. You know, so I just think that in this career, you just have to make sure that you choose your battles wisely, because it will fuck with you if you don't. So having a label, which is 323 Music Group, and it's named after my late brother, I created my label because Timberland had suggested that I create it because I was doing so much, and he couldn't believe that I was just a manager at the time. And so with having an indie label, it's not cheap. It's a lot of paperwork involved. And I think you have to be very strategic with the artists that you actually work for. You have to figure out what type of deal that you're actually doing for that client. But I've had my label for about 4 or 5 years, and I only have one artist that's signed. But I've managed several artists. And I think for me, I never have to sign another artist, because just my personal preference, like, it's cool to say that you have it, but that it's a lot that goes into it. And you're also, if you're blessed to have a major come fuck with your client for that, then now you're in a whole different ball game like I was in. And you have to hire different people, you know what I mean? You're moving around as a smaller machine, but you're accountable for so many things because you're also working with a major. So where it went from like you and your client and maybe like 2 other people, now you got 50 people with 50 different opinions and just different things. So it's cool to have one, but I just think that a lot of people run around saying, oh, I got a label, and don't even really know like everything that it entails.